It's now my privilege to be welcoming Caton Wang to the lectern. This will be our first Prefect homily of 2023.
Growth. Growth could be a physical change or a change of mentality. Growing up can be difficult. The clothes that we once loved to wear may be now in the back of our closets. The friends that we were once close to may be in the bottom of our text list. And the people that we once loved may be gone. Good afternoon, Mr. Postma, Mrs. Bett, and the Ridley community. Today, the first thing I'm going to do is tell you all a story about a chubby Asian boy. I'm talking about me, of course, but back when I was a chubby kid, as we can see from these photos. When I was young, I never felt like I belonged anywhere. I didn't fit into the mold of what was seen to be the societal expectations of who I should be. I was never picked first to be on the dodgeball team, the flag football team, the soccer team, the frisbee team, okay, list goes on. But the point is, I was never the first option for anyone or anything. I always felt like I was invisible to others, or at times, too visible. Invisible when being called a loser or weird, but too visible when being called invisible when being chosen, but too visible when being called weird or a loser. Life is interesting like that. The things we wish for may come in different ways. When I wished to be seen, I obviously was not talking about people seeing the bad in me, but it's what happened. Sometimes, that's okay. At that moment when I was made fun of for how I looked or how I dressed, I didn't want to be me. I wanted to be someone else that loved the way they looked and had the perfect life that anyone could ever dream of. But when I thought of that more, I asked myself, why can't I love the way I look or love my life the way it is? If we always compared our own lives to others, we would never be satisfied. Someone else is always going to have something which you feel like you should have. But why do we never look at what we have? The more I thought, I realized I can love myself. I slowly but surely accepted that everyone has hardships in their life, and it's the same hardships that lead you to where you end up. To be honest, I still am not the first or even close to the first person anyone would ever pick for the dodgeball team, the flag football team, the soccer team. Okay, you get the point now. But the difference from when I was 10 to now is that I've accepted it. I have accepted that I won't be the first person to be chosen and probably will never be, but that's okay. If everything was perfect in life, change wouldn't happen and we would all be the same. Throughout my life, change is something I never liked. It was something I thought of as difficult and simply bad. For example, in middle school, my friends were my bullies. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I stayed. I never wanted to change my friend group that was causing my mental health to deteriorate simply because I was afraid of change. But as I grew up, I realized that change can be good. It isn't something that we should be afraid of simply because we have to start over. I realized to never settle for less just because you feel you do not deserve better. Throughout my time here, I finally have learned what it feels like to have genuine and authentic friendships, which do not make me feel insignificant, but rather special and enough for someone to love. The individuals who are in the front row and the rows behind me are definitely a testament to that. It's understandable to feel hesitant or resistant to change. After all, the unknown can be intimidating, and it's natural to want to hold on to what is familiar and comfortable. However, change is necessary in order to grow and improve both personally and as a society. Change is a part of growth. When we resist change, we hold ourselves back. We become stuck in the same patterns and habits, and we miss out on the opportunities to learn and grow. But when we embrace change, we open up ourselves to new experiences and new ways of thinking. We allow ourselves to evolve and become better versions of ourselves, and I know firsthand how difficult it can be to let go of the familiar and embrace the unknown. But I know that the rewards of doing so are immeasurable. It's not easy, but it is worth it. Another story that I'm going to tell you about is a tree. When I first moved to Saudi at the age of 3, I noticed a tree in the front of my house. A small, frail, green tree planted to the left of my front yard. As I grew up, the tree stayed, but it was always lost upon the other plants growing and concealing the weak and fragile structure. When I was 5, my little brother Jonathan was born. His journey in life involved a plethora of hardships, including surgeries upon surgeries from the day he was born. One day, my mom and I started comparing the tree in our front yard to my brother. When the tree would grow, we would say, "Oh, look, Jonathan grew a little." We always saw the little tree as something magical, just like my brother. When storms would pass, the bigger trees would fall, but that one small tree stayed. Although the tree was small, the roots were strong. The backbone and support, which might not be seen at all times, is what held onto that tree and made it strong. Like that tree, my brother was a testament to the power of growth and change. He taught me that no matter how small or insignificant we may feel, we all have that power within us to overcome any challenge and achieve great things. Last year, around this time, my little brother passed away. Losing my brother is one of the hardest experiences I have ever gone through, and it's a pain that never truly goes away. When my little brother passed away, it was a devastating blow that changed my life forever. But as time passed, I've come to realize that my brother's passing has taught me so much about life and what truly matters. My brother was always full of life and laughter. He had a zest for life that was contagious, and he always found joy in the simple things. Watching him, I learned to appreciate the little things and to never take a single day for granted. His passing also taught me the importance of family and the value of spending time with the people we love. Life is so short, and we never know when it will be taken from us. Never in a million years that I would have thought that I couldn't have a chance to tell my little brother that I loved him again. So it is so important to make the most of every moment and let the people we care about know how much they really mean to us. I urge you to remember this lesson from the small tree and my little brother. Remember that you are capable of weathering any storm and achieving great things, no matter how small or insignificant you may feel. Remember that growth and change are a natural part of life, and that each challenge you face is an opportunity for you to become stronger and more resilient. Life is short. We never know what tomorrow will bring, so it is important to make the most of every day and not take anything for granted. One way to do this is by telling the people we love how much we love them. Do not wait for that special occasion or for it to be too late. I know from personal experience how fast life could change in the blink of an eye. So please show your loved ones how much you care and let them know how much they mean to you. Not only tell them you love them, but tell them why you love them. Tell them all the reasons why you feel they are so special, and to the ones who feel as if they cannot love themselves, try to give them the reasons why they should. Let go of all the grudges and negative feelings. Holding on to anger and resentment only causes unnecessary suffering, and it takes a valuable time and energy that could be spent on positive things. By learning to forgive, we can free ourselves from the burden of negative emotions and move forward with a more positive and open mindset. It's important to remember that growth is an ongoing process. We are all constantly evolving and changing as people. So let's not be afraid of change. Let's embrace it. Embrace the growth it brings and embrace the person we become because of it. Change can be hard, but it is also a beautiful thing. It allows us to shed our old selves and become the best version of ourselves. So in the end, here are the 3 main points, and I urged you to take away from today. 1, it is okay not to be perfect. 2, do not resist change as it leads to growth. And 3, most importantly, do not wait to tell the people you love that you love them. Thank you.